guys, Mitch here from EJ Todd. And as you can see, I'm in the shed today, not out in the water because of the weather. It's pretty average down here in Melbourne. And so just today I thought I'd talk to you about the Squid Jigs, in particular the K series of jig by Yamashita and what makes this different to the other jigs that we have on the market. So the K series of jigs come in three sizes, your three typical sizes, 2.5s, 3s, 3.5s. And they also have a couple of shallows and super shallows. So, the shallows and super shallows are very good for fishing that, ultra shallow water where you want a big size jig like a 3 or a 3.5. But you don't want it to sink as quick as those on snagging up. So a lot of guys land-based fishing, or if you're in the boat fishing like real shallow water, heaps of weed, where you want a big profile jig, but a really slow sink, that's when those shallows and super shallows are very good for that. As always, the color range with the K series are very good. They come in a wide variety of colors, from your pinks, your naturals, your red body, blue bodies, and they also come in neon bright, which I've got there. So I think that's a UV red, UV green, UV blue. That's just a couple of the colors in the neon bright range. And again, they do this in some of the other models too. So what these are a UV reaction body. It's actually a colored UV. So when you hit these up with a UV torch, like you will see that this one will glow green, this one will glow blue, and this one will glow red. So basically, super clear water, sunny day, you want to use the UV blue. Dirty water, you'd go a UV green, and prime time or low light, like early morning or late in the arvo, just before dark or even into dark, you're going to use that UV red because that's going to give out a really good silhouette as it's a real dark color. So yeah, there's a color for every sort of situation that you're fishing in neon bright, and then you've got the standard color range, which is your red foils, your naturals. My favorite one that I've been using lately is that one there. So it's a red foil, red body with that dark green sort of back. So it's pretty natural, and that's in a 3, and especially around Port Phillip Bay, Mornington, Mount Eliza down there. This has been a killer. Now what makes this K series different to all the other jigs in the range, say to like the Lives and the Sudars and stuff, have a little hydro fin at the back of the jig there. So what this does, it enables it, so when you cast it out and it's sinking, it'll sink down and then make it turn quicker and face head first into the current. And it has the hydro body so that it sinks very stable, and then when you work it up through the water column, it's a lot more subtle, it's a lot more stable sort of retrieve and sink. It's not as erratic as some of the other jigs. So if the squid is shut down, or that you see them coming up and sort of like backing off on the jig, this is when the K jigs are very good, because they are a super subtle jig with not as much dart in action, and on the fall, they're just a stable, slow sinking fall facing head first into the current. Like the other jigs, they are a warm jacket, so they're a thermo storage cloth, so it actually grabs the light and keeps the heat, transfers it into heat, which makes it a more natural sort of feel, like if the squid are coming up and touching and coming off, like they will think it's actually natural and more real than say some of the other jigs with that warm jacket. So yeah, that's just a brief rundown on the K series of jigs by Yamashita. So get into your local tackle shop, check them out, tie them on, and you'll be catching squid in no time. Cheers.